All right. Welcome to another episode of Connect and Politic. We're here with a special guest. Please introduce yourself by telling us your name, where you're currently located, and your favorite snack.
My name is Jess. I am currently in Columbia Heights, and my favorite snack would probably be at this time any type of red wine. To be completely honest.
Any type of red wine.
Sorry. All right. If not red wine, my favorite snack right now are tangerines.
Okay.
Yeah. Tangerines. Yeah, we'll go with tangerines.
I think your first response was the most honest. So
it was.
Yeah, let's go.
It's stressful times right now. So
let's go with the red wine. So
yeah.
Any special brand or
anything that's at my local corner store right now. We have a really good corner store. Shout out to Little Italy in Columbia Heights. They just opened up beautiful wine selection. They have new things all the time. So yeah, whatever they're providing. So yeah.
What was your favorite food as a child?
I'm sorry?
What was your favorite food as a child?
My favorite food as a child, it would probably be crabs. I always got really, really excited about crabs. It was always like a summertime favorite. And all things crab, all things seafood. Yeah, definitely.
And then what's your favorite food as an adult?
I love Ethiopian food. It's usually like a shared dish traditionally. But recently I've been eating it by myself. And hence the reason why I've probably put on a few pounds. It's usually supposed to be shared, but I love Ethiopian cuisine. I love Indian food, but Ethiopian is probably my top cuisine, followed by crabs. Like I love me some crabs.
Yeah.
Love crabs, yeah.
When was the last time you had a Ethiopian meal?
Yesterday.
And you had it by yourself?
Yes. It's COVID, I'm single, and I'm social distancing. So, yes.
So, do they, they don't serve small portions, right? It's just
No. So I have a lot of leftovers. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's your fondest memory from childhood?
My fondest memory from childhood would probably be Christmas time. Just decorating and with my family and just like my mom putting on music and just like decorating and gifts and just family members coming over. That was probably like the most special time.
Yeah.
Fondest memory during childhood. Yeah.
Do you miss anything about being a child?
Do I miss anything? Yeah, of course. Not paying bills or not really knowing what's going on. My parents did a really good job of, creating a wonderful childhood for us and separating just the negative things of being an adult and just letting us be children.
Yeah.
And celebrating playfulness and fantasy and things like that.
Nice. What were you like in high school?
What was I like in high school? I was into sports. I was into clothes. Actually, so in the beginning, it's like twofold, right? In the beginning, I actually moved to another town in high school where I started really getting into sports. Had a good circle. But like at the end of high school, I kind of like got super religious. I like joined this like church. And it was interesting. Like I kind of like devoted myself to like being really involved in church, like at the end of my junior year and senior year. Yeah, so it was kind of very two different phases of my life.
Yeah, let's double tap on both of those. So
Okay.
the first part, the sports. So what sports did you play?
Tennis.
Uh-huh. And
Mm-hmm.
this was you did singles or doubles or?
Started off doubles, but ended up going to singles and becoming the captain of the tennis team. Yeah.
So did you stop?
I did stop. I was going to play in college, but I decided not to. I stopped.
Why?
I liked it, but I don't think I liked it that much. And I knew the dedication that you had to have for college sports.
Yeah. And then any other sports that you played?
I played volleyball in middle school, and actually did a little bit of track in high school as well.
Nice. So you ran track and tennis.
Mm-hmm.
And then something magical happened in, you say, your junior year, and then you just became religious?
Yeah, I met someone who was like he was the sweetest, guy in high school, and he was like, "Hey, Jessica, like, I want you to come to a prayer meeting with me." I'm like, "A prayer meeting?" Like I was Christian, Catholic, like, I went to church or whatever, but I never like, he was like, "Hey, I want you to come to this like prayer meeting with me." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I went. It was a beautiful experience, people coming together, worshiping, praying, and just, really believing and just like, believing for things to happen in their life. And it was outside like the Sunday service type of experience. And they were doing it on a Wednesday and then like other days during the week. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And I was just drawn to their faith and their optimism. And that's what like got me like kind of hooked to participating.
And then did this continue into college, or you transitioned?
Very, very, very interesting question, actually. It did. It transitioned into college, which was a beautiful experience originally. And then, so this is a very candid conversation. So as you grow into your own faith, the church is a very, very interesting and beautiful experience. And it depends on like what exactly you're looking for. I'm sorry, am I cutting off?
Yeah, because someone's calling you. Like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. Should
fun.
I put on a do not disturb? Should I do?
I don't even think it matters if you do that.
Okay.
It's up to you.
So it was a time for me to explore what as strong as my faith and my belief in a higher being became very relevant, but it was also like, you know, can it be contained in an organized religion? And is this the avenue that I want to take? So that's what I decided to explore during college. I love all faiths, all religions, and I respect them all. And that was a time where I explored, you know, what path was really truly right for me. And yeah.
Where did you land?
Where did I land? I landed with, I love and appreciate churches who believe in Christian doctrine, but don't necessarily believe that they're the only way. Even though that's what I believe, I still love and appreciate all other, you know, religions who are striving to be proponents of inclusiveness and, you know, protecting her humanity and, you know, becoming a loving, encompassing group of people who are striving towards a greater level of consciousness.
Yeah. How do you think this childhood, so, you know, sports, religion, family, how do you think it helped groom you into the person you are today?
One, I think that my family is one, like, some of the most compassionate people ever. Like, they're understanding, they're considerate, they're open-minded. So while they might have a belief, and maybe, you know, they're pretty much, you know, sold on the way that they're doing things, they still are open and accepting of other people, and what they believe and value. So they've always had a tolerance of people from all different walks of life, but they were always dedicated and faithful to what they believed. And as long as they withheld their beliefs and morals and values, it really doesn't matter what, you know, other people believe, as long as they're owning up to and setting a standard and keeping the standard of what they hold true to themselves. So for me, I was always deeply rooted in, you know, this is what I believe, and this is what, you know, is going to help me, you know, get to the places that I need to get to, or, you know, this is the path that's going to guide me to be the best person I can be. Along with, so discipline was a huge thing too in our family. Discipline, routine. Yeah, as long as you kept those things like true to yourself, it doesn't really matter what other people do. So stay true to yourself,
Yeah.
essentially. And you can honor and value other people's opinions, but you can absolutely stay true to yourself. Don't let people pull you into other, you know, beliefs and values unless it's true to you.
What do you think are some of you grew up with both your mom and your dad, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are some of the most important lessons you got from them?
Integrity, honesty. When you say that you're going to do something, do it. Period. Showing up for people. It's not about talk, it's about doing. You know, talk is not it sounds really good to say a lot of sweet things, but if you can't back it up with action, then you're really irrelevant and you're not making an impact. Laugh. Always keep a sense of humor in anything during the tough times. Yeah.
You got the laugh from both of them or from one?
My dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Mostly my dad. Yeah. But my mom does a good job at that too. Yeah.
Laughter is great. It's actually one of my core tenets as well.
Okay.
I mean, I think it makes everything good. So.
Yeah.
What are 3 things you love to do every day?
Meditate, laugh, and talk to somebody who I love.
That's good. Do you have a certain meditation practice or?
I just like to quiet my mind. Yeah. Quiet my mind and make an intention for the day.
How long have you been doing this?
Probably since 2009. Yeah, 2009. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, 2009. Yeah, that's when I really started delving into meditation and yoga.
What was the genesis? I mean, like what, prompted?
I think that actually towards the end of college, I kind of decided I wanted to leave organized religion for a little bit, and I just wanted to focus on myself, and that was a huge proponent and some of the best years of my life, honestly. Just reading and just reading on lots of different religions and meditation practices, and that was some of the most pivotal times of my life. I actually discovered a book that changed my life. It's called The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle. I'm not sure if you ever heard of it, but an amazing book, changed my life. But it essentially just honed in on just the power of your focus and just observing your thoughts every single day, and just how important that is. And that definitely changed the trajectory of how I went on thinking and being throughout the next couple of years.
Yeah. Are you, what are your favorite things to do for self-care?
Read. Being alone is actually really, really helpful. I'm pulled in so many different directions, and I just feel like so many people want my attention during the day. So just having a few hours alone where I can just do whatever I want, read, and this might sound crazy, but going to dinner by myself. I can't do that. I can't do that now.
I mean, you
honestly,
do that, right?
One of my favorite things ever is to go to dinner by myself. It's just me time, enjoying a nice meal, not a heavy meal, a good healthy meal with a glass of red wine in a nice restaurant ambiance. I promise you, I do not need company. It's just me. Other than that, yeah. reading, and I actually, I used to run, but now like I walk. So like I get my steps in. So I try to get 15,000 steps in a day. I do. So like,
It's just so much. It's like, okay.
I get my steps in. I get my steps in, and yeah. So just like moving my body, moving my body.
let's
It's a
let's
lot
back,
of judgment. It's a lot of judgment.
let's backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, let's just start where we are right now. So
Yeah.
you say you used to run, and then now you walk, right?
My knees, my knees. My
Okay,
knees.
so you damage your knees.
I'm just, yeah. I'll get back to it, but I'm a walker now. Like if I'm gonna, at first I wasn't doing any. I went from walking to doing nothing. Now I'm like,
Is this pre-COVID or during? Is this like
so pre-COVID, I used to like
right?
dabble in running. So
Okay.
then COVID hit, then I wasn't doing anything. I was like, I need to do something. So I started walking, and then I got this walking app, this step app that like monitored all my steps. And I was like, wow, I was like, I can actually like, I'm walking, like I'm doing something. And it it helped me get out and get some fresh air, and also like keep the weight off during COVID. I lost 20 pounds during COVID.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's good job.
Just by walking. Just by walking. Just by walking.
That's good. All right, so let's go. Let's backtrack even more. You said, that you love to go to dinners by yourself
Yes.
and have a nice, healthy meal and
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah.
Is this something you've done? I mean, your entire life, like, and do you feel different when you go to dinners with people, like with somebody else? Which do you prefer?
No, I love going to dinner with other people, but again, like I am so busy during the day. And any time that I have for myself, I just value it. So I love to eat. So like, after work, and like if I can go and I can do something like by myself, it's getting a good meal because I'm hungry, after work. But it's just literally my time. If somebody wants to join me, that's fine. But again, like people are calling me from work from 8 o'clock in the morning. When I leave at 6 o'clock at night, like people are still calling me, like talking about work. So like, I I just highly value my alone time. It's just nothing. Like I have a very so I always say this, like my parents will never say that like I've never been like, hey, like mom and dad, I'm bored. I have such a vivid imagination. Like I'm just like I'm good with being on my own. Because if I'm on my own, I might like be like in my mind, like in the Bahamas somewhere, like, or like in Switzerland, or on the Alps. Like I'm good. So it's just a wonderful, magical time when I'm by myself.
Hold on, hold on. Is
Yeah.
this just is this just pure imagination, or
Yeah.
like
So
you are you tapping into some memories and then
no,
just pure
so
imagination?
I meant that. Okay, so I'm kind of like joking around a little bit, but like people, like when people are alone, sometimes they're like, okay, I'm bored, but like I don't get it, because if I'm by myself, one, I'm just like chilling, I'm doing something, but like also like it's just a beautiful time to like imagine or like manifest or just like envision where you want to be. Like you're constantly planning when you're, whatever your thoughts are, you're planning, right? Like whether you like it or not, like if whatever you are thinking about currently, like you are manifesting essentially. So like whenever I have some downtime to really just like be with myself and I start like imagining, like I feel like I am preparing for the future. So it's just like, it's almost like a planning time for me.
Nice. No, that's good. That's good. So
Yeah.
what are some things you do for self-growth besides reading and imagining?
For self-growth, I think they kind of go hand in hand. Like I'm always reading like different self-help books and growth books. I'm always, yeah, I think it kind of goes, for me, it's hand in hand with
So
that.
what was the last two most impactful books you read?
Well, right now, the one that I'm reading, actually, it's an autobiography of a yogi. And it's essentially how yoga came to the West. That was probably, well, that's the book that I'm reading now, but that's been super enlightening. The book before that, it's probably the third option. So it's a Christian-based book, and it has it's based on how to approach racial tensions during during these times. Yeah, so I would say those two books.
Nice.
Right
Do you have any issues with distractions?
with distractions. Huh. What do you mean? What do you mean exactly?
Yeah, or I mean, the real question is, how do you reduce distractions? But that's why I preface it, if you had any issues. So, for some folks, social media, if you have a Twitter account, an Instagram account,
Right.
Facebook, etc. It's just so many things going on that you are constantly distracted.
Right. So honestly, the most distracted, this might sound crazy, is when I'm at work, when I'm trying to do work and people are pulling me to like do other things. I'm actually really good at focusing. So like when I'm at home, I do what I need to do. So, and I don't have children. I don't have a family to like, pull me in different directions when I'm actually home. So like when I am alone, I'm really good at focusing. At work, I need to work on boundaries. Like I'm not so I work in an office actually where I can't have my phone. I work in a classified space. So I actually have a very different relationship with my phone than most people. I don't have it by me all day. It's locked up like in a lockbox, like from 8 to 6. So like I'm not really addicted to social media. My friends hate me because I don't text them back, right away. But those who know and love me, they have access to me at work, so they'll call me. But like I'm not really big on texting or social media.
Nice. So what's keeping you entertained these days? Any movies, shows, music, podcasts?
What's keeping me entertained? Work. Work is very entertaining. Actually, I love my colleagues. As much as they drive me crazy, they're like family. We spend so much time together. Yeah, it's very busy.
Yeah, okay. So
Right
I mean,
now.
you brought up work. so many times
Yeah.
thus far. So let's just dive into work. Okay.
Yeah.
First, what do you do in your professional life? And then is it any different than what you dream about doing as a kid?
Um, is it any different from, okay. So I work for the National Security Council at the White House. I'm in HR. Um, I haven't had this position, for the whole time I've been there, but I've actually been there since 2007. So I've been at the White House since 2007, the beginning of the Bush administration. So I've been through Bush, Obama, Trump, and soon to be Biden. Did I ever dream of being here? No. I can't say that I ever thought that the White House was an option. But my parents kind of, taught me to, go big or go home, that type of thing. So wherever I ended up, I felt like I would do well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you said most of your entertainment comes from working at the White House?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time there. There's some characters. There's some characters, especially the past 4 years. So.
Oh man. Okay. I'm not good. I'll let that.
Hey, whatever you want to add, I'm here.
No. We can do that offline. Is there anything on your bucket list that you want to learn or do?
I would love to go to India and be there for like 6 months and like just do meditation and yoga and not talk to anybody.
Have you done, yeah. Have you done any of the silent, like the silent retreats?
I haven't because I work. They won't let me go away for 30 days.
I mean, you could, but there's some. I mean, you could do 7 days, 2 weeks.
I'm ready. Look, after January 20th, after transition, I am looking into the last 4 years has been a whirlwind for me.
Yeah.
A whirlwind. I'm absolutely looking to taking some more personal time and doing some traveling. The crazy part is I haven't traveled like anywhere really internationally over the past 4 years, but being at the National Security Council and just like working and dealing with the different people. So like every region is represented at the National Security Council. So I've been able to talk to people who, have gone to every single country and like their focus is on, a specific region. So like I've been able to just like explore mentally over the past 4 years, which has been pretty cool. But now I'm looking to do that physically at some point. So
Nice. Is there anything you want to unlearn?
Is there anything I want to unlearn? Reacting to situations where I feel like I would naturally really do well with. So just having more compassion for people. So just, thinking like, why did they do that? And when I say things like that, it's more so like, it's natural for me to react the way that I want other people to react to. So it's more compassion of just more compassion for people for being them and knowing that like the things that I'm good at, I need to share versus like expecting other people to be that way.
Yeah. No, that's a real good one. Um, have you learned anything recently that changed your perspective on a product, subject, idea?
You can change the world just
You
by your perspective. No, literally, like any situation, any negative situation or, thing, like anything that might be like undesirable, if you're there and you're sent there and you're supposed to be there, like you have the ability to impact that situation like positively. Just by you being there, like just the fact that you're observing something, and even though it's crazy, like you who you are, your energy, you have the ability to shift any situation. You do, no matter how bad it is, how tough it is. You are what people are waiting for to change the situation. So don't wait for other people to do it.
And where did you learn this recently?
At work, over the past 4 years, dealing with wonderful Trump administration.
So it was more of a revelation to you, like you
Yeah.
realize this. I see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, any advice for your younger self?
Just do good. Continue to do good. Everything else will follow. If your intentions are pure, that's all you got to worry about. You don't have to worry about anybody else's intentions or what you think other people are trying to do to you. Like as long as you're sure about what and who you are, and it comes from a loving, compassionate place, like you can go anywhere. Mm-hmm. You don't have to worry about other people. Know who you are.
Know who you are.
Yeah.
What's the best advice you've received about money?
Basically always underspend. Don't act like you got it. Like always feel like you're broke kind of thing. Like just because you got a raise, still pretend and like put that money away. Put that money away. Yeah.
Did you say always feel like you broke?
What'd you say?
Did you say always feel like you broke?
Yeah, you're broke. Like just until you're really not, but like, yeah, you can always be putting that money towards like, don't, try to compete with the Joneses. Yeah. That's it.
And where did you get this advice?
My dad. My mom's a spender. My dad's a saver.
Ah. I see.
I'm a spender too. So, I mean, luckily it's just me. I make, okay money, and I'm just spending on myself. So I've been pretty okay, but yeah, I need somebody to rein me in. I need that.
So when you're, when you're having the urge to spend, do you call your dad to kind of help temper your habits?
So the thing that I don't really feel that bad when I do spend because, he has provided me with, a good solid foundation. So like I pay my bills on time. Like I never, I'm always saving. I've invested, like I bought a home. So I have like good investments. I pay my bills on time. Like that was the thing. Like you never, ever pay a bill late, period. Like even if you're hungry, you can always find some food, like pay your bills. Like pay your bills on time. Your friends can feed you if you're struggling. I've never had to do that, but he always instilled, like, I'm always going to have a good credit score, pay your bills on time, period.
And this, when did he instill this as a kid, or
like I just saw it. I just saw it. I saw, you know, I saw my mom paying bills every month, and just like, you know, she, you know, had her little calculator and checkbook open, and it was just like it was a thing. Like every single month, mommy's paying bills right now. It was never like, we can't pay this. It's like, nope, we're paying these bills. And like, even with my dad, like going to the grocery store, like he was always looking for deals, and just like, I saved money today on this, and like, look how much money I saved on that. And it was just, my dad's very, 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 very frugal. But yeah, it was taught at a very young age. Credit score was taught at a very young age. Yeah.
so where do you? Oh, you say your mom's a spender, right? Because I was gonna ask, where do you get your spending gene?
Yeah.
It's from moms.
Yeah. And it's more, it's not necessarily, it's not even like on herself. She likes to give. She likes to share with other people. So it's not necessarily like, oh, this is like, I'm trying to go shopping for me. It's like a giving part of herself. And my dad is like, that's cool, but like, don't go too far. But like, my mom is a giver.
Yeah.
With other people.
And are you spending on yourself, or you're giving as well?
Right now it's myself. Like, I'm but I give in other ways. Like, I'm not like spending. I do treat people. I definitely treat people. But again, like, I'm single. I don't have any kids. So like, I don't feel bad. Like, as long as I am paying my bills on time, bills are paid and on time. And if I have extra, yeah, of course I probably should maybe be saving a little more in my, 401k, even though I contribute. If my dad had it his way, I would be contributing more to my 401k or saving in my personal savings, but I'm good.
Got it. Okay.
I'm good.
What has been the toughest thing you've had to tackle, and what helped you get through it?
Like ever in life, like just recently, like
No, ever. The toughest thing you've had to tackle.
working at the White House.
Really?
Yes. During the Trump administration. Absolutely. The toughest thing that I've ever dealt with.
And what helped you get through it?
My family, my friends, laughing, prayer, and meditation, and knowing that like no storm lasts forever. Like literally, like people think that like when you're in it, it's so hard to feel like you're not going to get out of it. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. The election was actually really hard for me. At some point, it looked like things might not be going the way that I would have wished it was going to go. But, towards the end, it pulled out. And yeah, it was hard. It was definitely hard. Seeing that, it was an opportunity, in November, the country was deciding which way the country would be headed in the next couple of years. And I know as a country, that was one thing, but as a person who was employed, at the White House, that was, dealing with it at a very personal level. And, the president affects everybody in the country. But it was a very, very intimate experience of just how his actions affects, a very intimate experience of of who he is and how his ways affects the country. It affected us directly at the White House. So
Yeah. Where do you feel the most at home and happy?
either by myself in my place or with my parents or my sister and her family. Yeah. So wherever they are, it's not necessarily a place.
Yeah. And have you, given, COVID, have you had the opportunity to be with them?
Socially distance, yeah. So I go into work every single day still. So I'm kind of like the black sheep of the family. They're like, all right, you stay over there, wear your mask. I'm still going in. So like I'm the biggest risk. So when I get in, like I'm very like if I go see them, I saw them last night, like I have a mask on and I'm like still like, distancing myself. We have the opportunity to take the vaccine. I know there's a lot of different views on that, but since we are considered essential workers, we have to take it. Disclaimer, we don't have to take it, but they're offering it to us. And I am strongly thinking about taking it. So.
Yeah, well, maybe we can do we'll do a part 2 after you've taken it and the new administration is in the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you, have you learned anything new, any new skills that you're excited about in, say, the past 12 months?
New skills. I can't say any no new skills over the past 12 months.
Okay. You would you consider yourself an avid reader?
What does that mean exactly? Like, are
Someone
you
who's
reading?
constantly reading, you're reading not necessarily, with a direct goal, like it's not you're in class or you're studying for a test or something.
Yeah, I think I enjoy reading like material that I'm interested in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were to write a book, what would it be about?
If I were to write a book, it would probably be on following your intuition. Following your intuition and just the power of doing inner work and seeing that translate into your outer experience.
Have you started on this book? Or
A little bit.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Baby steps, yeah.
Nice. All right. For a fun question, if you won the lottery tomorrow, what would you do?
I would get a bomb like mountain house in Switzerland and big enough for all my family to come and just be there and chill in the Alps.
This is the same house you've been imagining?
Maybe. Maybe, yeah. No, I'm in love with Switzerland. So anything.
Have you been?
I've never been, but I'm in love. Like I'm obsessed with it. I love the people. I know a lot of great people from Switzerland. So I am like, so either Switzerland or India, but like Switzerland first.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Are you planning on visiting Switzerland?
You know, once I get this COVID vaccine, maybe the world is my oyster. I don't know.
Yeah, I see. I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
things will open up for you.
maybe.
We definitely will have to do
Yeah,
another episode.
yeah.
Okay. So you will get a mountain house in the Alps,
Hmm.
Swiss Alps.
Hmm.
Anything else for your family? Or I mean, with your lottery winnings, and I don't know if you know, but you won. Your take home was 300 million US.
Oh, take home 300. Oh, okay. So house, house in the mountains. I don't know if I would quit work. I don't know if I would quit. But I would just make sure my family was taken care of. Um, yeah, I'm simple. Like what I've learned is like I I don't need much. Like I'm pretty good right now as long as I have my family. Even though work is stressful, like I love my colleagues. And yeah, I don't need much. I would probably give a lot of that away. Uh,
Nice.
I would probably do a makeover. I would do a makeover. That doesn't take more than
What's the?
like
Oh, you mean
like
like
like I'm glad, yeah,
like
like I might dye my hair or like, I would go on a shopping spree. I would definitely go on a shopping spree. I would give to charity and then I would, yeah, buy a few houses. That's it.
houses, shopping?
And maybe like maybe open up like a yoga meditation center
Where?
too. In this area, like specifically probably in the DC like Black community. Absolutely. Yeah.
Is this something you've explored or? Um,
I haven't yet, but that's down the line.
yeah, I
Down.
mean, a couple of things you need to do. You need to take the COVID vaccination,
Hmm.
play the lottery.
Yeah.
So you can speed a lot of these things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, the makeover. What exactly is this something you've imagined? Like, do you have an idea? And
I so I I I haven't so like when I so going back to like spending on myself or whatever, like it was mostly like for my home and like experiences, whether it's like going out to dinner, like going on vacation. Like I haven't like really invested in like really good like suits or makeup or just like things like that. So it would be more so about shopping and just like, I'm getting a little older, like skincare, just like all that. Like I would definitely invest in that.
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anyone um, that you want to thank or show some appreciation for that you haven't had the chance to yet?
I think. Who would I thank? I would thank all my teachers I would thank my dance teacher growing up. She was like one of the first people who like instilled discipline to me. My tennis coach, my parents, um, the woman who got me at my job at the White House, who like hooked that up. I've thanked her, but I can't thank her enough. Like literally, she kind of set the trajectory of my career. My parents and my sister, just I think I'm so fortunate. Like I literally hit the jackpot with my family. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just great people. They're crazy, but they have common sense. Like a lot of people just lack common sense. And like when we get together, it's just a mutual respect and it's just love and it's real. Yeah.
How do you define success?
Happiness and peace. Yeah. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So if whatever you're doing, if you're happy, and you have some level of peace doing it, and you're affecting people in a positive way, that's success.
Well said. So I've asked you a bunch of questions. Do you have one question for me?
Why'd you start doing this?
Why did I start doing this? Wow. So I started this during the start of COVID, uh, early April. So right when the lockdown hit. Um, so generally, I'm that guy that you would meet a stranger in the post office or grocery store line, and they would start talking to and tell me things that they haven't even told their partner. And so this is how I communicate with my friends, like, and family. So when COVID, I mean, it's not so much even COVID, but when the lockdown hit, and I would reach out to friends and family, I would notice folks, there was like a dark cloud over folks. And a big part of it was, they didn't really have a release valve, in a way. And so, our conversations would be like a release valve, like the conversation I would have with a family or friend would be like a release valve. But, it hit me. I was like, well, this would be a good thing to record and share with the world. And hopefully, somebody sees it and it serves as their release valve, and or they can take some lesson or something and it resonates with them. So that's really, that's the genesis. And so I was like, you know what? But then I was thinking, I was like, I should do 365 of them so I can, so the channel can be like this, almost like a calendar where, someone can go every day of the year, play a video, and the video can just be in the background, like just background noise. They don't even have to be watching it, and just listen to, and the conversation is just playing. And hopefully something from the conversation, from someone's story, resonates with the listener, and they add some value to their life. And so yeah, that's the reason.
All right. When's your birthday?
June 25th. Are you into signs?
Yeah, a little bit. I should have said that was kind of like my secret skill. I'm kind of an astrologer, but so you're a Cancer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're astrologer. Are you deep into it?
I'm pretty good actually, but that's another conversation.
Okay. That's part of the part.
Wait,
two.
you said July 25th?
No, June 25th.
June 25th. Okay.
I'm when the solstice, right? Like
That's the 21st. That's the 21st. So you're a few days after that. Yeah, you're a Cancer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Does that say? Does my does my birthday say something about why I'm doing this?
So no. I mean, we would have to get into a whole, like, I would need to see your whole birth chart to see exactly what's going on. I'll Zoom you later for that information and see where this is headed.
Oh wow! Wow! So you
I'll give you some dates on to when to like really like publish this, and like if you want to make some money, let me know.
so
if you're into that, I could help. I could help with that.
we can actually let's take that offline. But, before we at least end the recording, I want to say
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. We connected. We politic.
Yes.
And we'll definitely do this again in the near future after you've taken the vaccine and
yes,
play the lottery and you take your 2-week or 3-week trip to Mumbai.
Yeah.
We'll
Let's
regroup.
do it.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.